Oh, is that disgusting?
Everything. I love it.
So hey au pairs, I'm Edwina.
I'm Hannah.
And today we are talking about reasons you should become an au pair because we're trying to be more positive.
We find it too easy to be a bit pessimistic because we think it's funny, but really it's not that helpful.
Yeah, no, because we enjoyed our au pair experience, and
yeah.
Obviously there was something that led us to both become au pairs.
Yeah.
And obviously
no money.
something great. Shut up.
I'll stop now. I'll stop.
Obviously something great came of it.
So here are our top however many reasons we have planned.
We're gonna come up with as many as possible. So,
number one, you get to establish yourself in a new city for free, which is usually very difficult. Once you're past the age of maybe like, I don't know, well actually past the age of 27 or 30, I think that's the minimum.
30 is the minimum requirement for au pairing, yeah.
Yeah. Maximum requirement.
Maximum.
Yeah. It will be a lot harder for you to become an au pair, so to do it while you're in your 20s is a really unique experience. And you don't, well, you usually don't have the same commitments you'll have in your 30s.
Yeah.
So you get to enjoy Paris responsibility free.
And it's hard to establish yourself on your own in a new city, so it's a good way to have a family and a base right away in a new strange city.
Does that count as number two or number one?
No, that's number one. Well, number two, I personally think it's the best or one of the best ways to get an authentic cultural experience in another country.
Yeah.
Because while you're traveling or being a tourist, you don't really get exposure to actual customs and traditions, whereas when you're an au pair, you're living in or near a family situation and you see the insides and the inner workings of a culture. So I think that's a really unique part of being an au pair.
Definitely. You also start picking up things from that country which you definitely wouldn't pick up if you lived in your own apartment on your own. Because just from being with the French family, towards the end of the year I'd do things like
Yeah.
over-exaggerated, but we would do it without even realising.
Yeah.
And there are lots of small cultural hints that you definitely pick up a lot more when you just live with a family. Like apparently French children can eat fish with bones in, which amazed me.
My family did not do that.
Number three is learning the language. By being in the country, you obviously are going to learn the language a lot faster than you would if you're just sat in a French lesson at home, unless you're really motivated. But being in Paris is a little bit more difficult than if you're in the middle of nowhere, because you've got to kind of go out of your way to learn French. But because you spoke to your kids in French.
Yeah, some au pairs have to speak French to their families, or some au pairs have agreements where they speak English to the kids, but they speak French to the parents. So.
Yeah.
You know, there are ways to learn French even if you're in a big city.
Definitely. For me, it was a lot harder because my host family spoke fluent English. All of them spoke fluent English, so it meant that and my French level wasn't great to start out with, so I wasn't exactly going to be like, excusez-moi, est-ce qu'on peut parler en français, s'il vous plaît? So I had French lessons, which I was terrible at. Okay, I feel like my French has definitely stayed with me and improved because I remember I remember things from being with the family or in Paris. Yeah.
And sometimes your host families will offer to pay for your lessons, which is really great, and something that you wouldn't get if you weren't an au pair. So.
Number four.
Number four is it's a great way to make money while you're traveling. While you don't make a ton of money as an au pair, and if you really want to travel a ton, you should probably come into your au pair year with some savings.
Yeah.
It is really unique in that you're making money while being in a different country, and you know, it's really hard to find just any old job in a city, especially as an American. You need a working visa to go into a different country and work. So an au pair is one of the easiest visas that you can find, that you can apply for, and you make money watching kids, which is not, it has its difficulties, but it's not the hardest job in the world, I don't think.
It depends on the kid, doesn't it?
It does depend on the kid, that's true.
That comes down to speaking to your family a lot first to find out what is the deal with the kid.
Yeah.
Number five is the fact that you don't have too many working hours. Obviously you have to negotiate this, but you can find a second job. And in my second year as an au pair, I actually found freelancing work, which hugely helped me out because I wasn't earning that much money, and it was great that my family let me have a second job, so I was able to save. That's a really unique thing. I knew a lot of au pairs who were also baristas or or worked in restaurants and improved their French that way. And one girl I knew had like a really random call center job or something that she did online.
Number 6, you get to go fun places with your family. I went to Morocco with my family. I also went to Spain with my family. So
check out Edwina's au pair horror story. You mentioned it in that, didn't you?
I do mention it in that. While it had its difficulties again, it was really cool to see another country free of cost. So that was awesome. And a lot of au pairs go on vacation with their family. You went to Mallorca.
Which was amazing. Probably the best, one of the best holidays I've ever had, because I stayed in a resort, got to hang out with my host family who I really got on with, and my sister came, which was great. Number 7 is that you get childcare experience, which I know is something that we kind of don't care so much about because I don't intend on working with children in the future, but for people who want to become a teacher and don't know whether they want to, or you know, having doubts about their degree or their life path, just working with kids for a few hours a day makes a huge difference. I get all the babysitting jobs now.
Yeah,
so.
Gosh, I'm like professional childcare person.
Yeah.
So easy to get jobs, especially because I went to university after my au pair year. Babysitting on the side was really a great way to earn some extra cash while a student, and it was never a problem for me to find any babysitting or nanny stuff after being an au pair. Number 8 for me is that it makes the world really, really small. During my au pair year, I met a lot of different people, and you realize you're kind of connected to everyone, especially as au pairs. You're connected to other au pairs by like maybe one other person, and then just traveling in general made me realize how small the world is. I bumped into someone I went to high school with on the Champs-Élysées one day, and that's happened to me so many times. And then after my au pair year, I've met so many other people who were au pairs in other countries or also in Paris, and you get to empathize with their stories and just laugh at how ridiculous sometimes life is as an au pair, and it makes making friends and learning about people so fun, and to hear that someone else was an au pair is just so fun. And it happens all the time, and it'll probably continue to happen, you know, for the rest of our lives. So
oh my god, you're an au pair too. Number 9 for me is that my sister actually was an au pair in Italy, and she found that after she finished au pairing, she went into a job interview, and they were instantly really impressed that she had taken the initiative to leave home at the age of 18, move abroad. And lots of people think it sounds really scary, but when you're living it, it's not that scary, but employers are definitely impressed, I think. So if you're unsure about whether you want that job or whether you want to go to university, just 5 months as an au pair, I'll sort it out for you.
Yeah, and she doesn't even work with kids anymore, right?
No.
Yeah, totally unrelated job, but still very impressive.
Yeah.
So, last but not least, number 10. At a young age, I moved to a different country, learned a different language, etc., etc. Just
and
look at my
continent.
Yeah. After having gone through all of that, I came home to the US and felt like I could accomplish anything. And I've taken a bunch of other risks in other aspects of my life because I feel like I can, and I feel like having that au pair year just gave me a lot of confidence in myself and independence, and
you grew up pretty fast.
Yeah, I grew up fast.
I'm
still not grown up though yet.
You're a baby adult.
I'm a baby.
I also think that that initial kind of homesickness, which everyone feels, will make it so much easier in the future. Because people who go to university close to home also obviously feel homesick, but can go home more often. Whereas when you can't go home, it's like, I'm so homesick, but now everything is easy. Like, why are you
I
crying?
can deal with it now,
Life is easy.
It is so easy. Yeah, that's all. I guess the final reason is that you get to meet friends that you keep for life.
Just one friend, name another.
Just one. If you have any other positive reasons as to why you should become an au pair,
or negative reasons, we're interested in hearing both.
Yeah.
We usually find negative reasons more funny, but we are attempting to be more positive.
Because we have positive people. You can leave them in the comments below, and you can also submit your own story to
aupairoparis.com or tweet us at aupairoparis.
Subscribe to our channel,
like
love us, like us, say hi to us.
Please.
That's all for now. Ciao.